Okay, there are people who haven't studied anything, but they consistently started giving mocks, and that is when they cracked CAT with 99.99%. They have already practiced about VA and RC, particularly in these months. Mocks are also very important, and mocks are the most essential part of this examination. The more mocks you give, the more practice you do, okay? Even if you're starting fresh, okay? RC set practice is very, very important because that give you visualization of different types of RCs. I'm also going to start a series where I'll be doing 100 RCs, which will also be covering each and every topic. Like, it takes a lot of determination and consistency plus negotiation to be on the screen every day for you guys, to address you, to mentor you. And I know that the same thing is happening at your end, that you're taking every day the workload, the pressure, and coming up and showing in the classes, doing the live sessions, and commendable. Congratulations, you guys have almost completed 6 months with us. And now we're only left with 5 months to go for CAT examination. And that is why I'm here to explain you how this July is going to shape up for you and how the strategy, if you're starting afresh over here, will work for you in terms of the syllabus for VARC. So without wasting much time, let's get started. My name is Juhi Priya, your VARC educator, and today we're going to do something fun, okay? Understand the concept in a fun way and make it very precise. So people who have already completed 6 months have already done the foundation stage, and now they are shifting to the theory and practice stage, okay? Now, what does theory and practice stage requires? It requires practice. It requires a lot of question answering. It requires a lot of articles that you read every day. So I've also got in the timetable so that, you know, the people who are starting fresh has a continuous reading habit, and this all actually helps you a lot, okay? Now, if you are starting fresh, you would start from the theory and practice stage. Because theory is already included over here, you would also get to know the hacks, the tips, and the basic, advancement of what each topic tells you about, and then you get to the practice stage, okay? So you're not left, you have not actually left a lot of things behind. You're actually covering with a lot of practice sessions, and that will actually help you in the long run. And then there will be mock and revision stage, which will start from the October and September session. But I would suggest and I would advise that if you're starting fresh, try to give mocks, in forms of anything, be it a sectional test or be it a full length mock by any institute or any website that you rely on. Okay, I would suggest Unacademy, not because I'm from Unacademy, but because the mocks and the quality is far more better than any other website that is providing you free mocks for CAT examination. We have a package for 99 where you get 3 full mocks, quality mocks, and then 8 sectional mocks. So come and try that with us and see how these mocks can actually turn up good for you, okay? Plus, since verbal section is a very, very important part of CAT examination, and in that verbal section, reading comprehension is a very, big section that covers almost 70% of the paper. So if you are practicing for reading comprehension in a very, good way and, in a very consistent way, you're actually also practicing for the verbal sections that consist of parajumble, parasummary, sentence correction, sentence completion, and odd one out, okay? So it's vice versa. So if you're preparing for reading comprehension, you're also practicing more on the verbal section, and the verbal section is vice versa to reading comprehension, okay? Plus, I also do live sessions on this particular channel. So if you're new to this channel, welcome to this channel, subscribe this channel, because you're getting a lot of quality academic content over here that can actually help you in the CAT 2025 examination. Okay. Plus, there's live session that happens only for the PYQ. So I also, whenever I'm doing a topic, specifically, I try to explain a little hack and a little trick about it, and then we do the questions related to it, okay? So you are actually covering a lot of things in just one live session. So come and see how these live sessions are adhered to all the policies and syllabus, okay? Now, I have just completed a little chart over here which talks about verbal ability. What are you going to do in the month of July? And what are you going to do in the, upcoming month? So July, because you're starting fresh, and this video is actually for the people who have just decided that, they are going to do the CAT examination, they're going to crack the CAT examination. And the answer is absolutely yes. You can actually crack CAT in just 5 months. I myself, started studying about CAT, and I started realizing that CAT is important in my life just 6 months before the CAT examination. And then you won't believe how well I scored in the examination with the VARC, of course, because that was the love language that I was following. But the quants and the DAILR was also very difficult for me. But then I, stood very consistent on every part. So this is the time where you should invest in the thing that is difficult, okay? And being a VARC educator, I know that quants and DI takes a lot of your, energy, a lot of your, preparation. So please try to invest in those topics which you find is difficult for you. Same for reading comprehension as well, because reading comprehension takes a lot of part in the VARC section. So you need to invest more time in reading comprehension. And that is why in the month of July, I have only asked you to practice reading comprehension. With this, of course, we'll be doing a lot of practice sessions for verbal also, but the main focus should be on reading comprehension, doing different types of topics, doing different types of, readings which can help you accomplish these reading comprehension passages. You can go on Eon essays, read those 3,800 words, and then also you can come to other articles, like the Mint, the newspaper, the Hindustan. All of this gives you a mixture of, article and content that you can actually put to reading comprehension and be, very, very decisive about it. Okay. And in the month of August, since you're starting fresh, I also want to discuss about August, where you will be doing other topics like PJs, para completion, para summary, and odd one out. Okay. And also please understand that Parajumbles and odd one out are just, brothers and sisters of the same mother. So, need not practice, exclusively for odd one out, but the thing that you practice for Parajumble would also, be existed in odd one out. So we can do that together. Okay. So if you're new to this channel, I was just telling you that you can subscribe to this channel, and that will actually be very helpful for you. Okay. Now, just like I said in the month of July that we'll be doing reading comprehension, plus we'll also be practicing PYQs of the verbal. Okay. Uh, Also, same goes with the month of August. So we're doing other topics like PJs and everything. We'll also do reading comprehension PYQs over here. So it will be a mixture. It will also give you, balanced diet of both the parts, so VA and RC. And then in the month of September onwards, we are doing RC sets practice. Okay. RC sets practice is very, very important, because that's give you, visualization of different types of RCs. I'm also going to start a series where I'll be doing 100 RCs, which will also be covering each and every topic like philosophy, history, politics, economics, uh, static GK, current affairs, everything. Okay. So whenever you will be looking at the question, for sure you'll be knowing that this particular passage is from this topic. Okay. You do not put extra effort and extra brain into that passage, that, which content is this. Okay. So that's on me. I am going to teach that. So do not worry if you are starting fresh. You are on the right stage, right mentor, and plus the right kind of education that you're choosing for yourself. So like I said that, in the month of July, you will be on the verge of choosing the mentor that you would be coming under, and then studying their content, getting, attached to them. And, it's an emotional connection. I understand that, because there are a lot of people who have been connected to me on Telegram, and then, we talk every day, we share articles every day, we share questions, we share solutions, and we share life problems also. Okay. So they're connected to me now. And I would also prefer and advise you guys that you also get connected to someone on YouTube who you can address as your mentor, as your guider, as your, friend who can actually guide you towards the light, towards the channel. Okay. So this is the time. Choose your mentor, choose your identity, choose your platform, and then stick to that strategy. Okay. Now, like I said, that since we have already practiced about VA and RC, particularly in these months, mocks are also very important, and mocks are the most essential part of this examination. The more mocks you give, the more practice you do. Okay, even if you're starting fresh, okay, there are people who haven't studied anything, but they consistently started giving mocks, and that is when they cracked CAT with 99.99 percentile. So I have just made a table. You can tweak it by your understanding and by your preference. But in the month of July, you need to give at least 4 mocks. So every week you need to give one mock, especially. Okay, one full length mock. Sectional you can give by your choice, but one full mock every week that you have to give. Okay. In August, the number increases to 6 mocks. In September, the number increases to 6 to 8 mocks. October, 8 mocks particularly. November, 6 to 7 mocks, because this is the time when, everything will be concise, everything will be coming to the saturation. And the last week of November, and I had not written it over here because I didn't want it to scare you guys. So in the last week of November, when the exam will be just closed, you just need to give one mock. Okay. This will be the final mock before you sit for that D-Day examination. And this is going to decide your future of the examination. Okay. So do not worry if you're getting worried, if you're getting tense about anything, talk to me. Talk to me on this comment. Talk to me on my Telegram channel. Talk to me anywhere you want to, and get, get yourself very clear about this examination. But this is a weekly reading calendar that I have made, and I always show this before I start the week or start the month. For the month of July, I have altered this without giving you access to Harvard Business Review, because this is not accessible at some point. But if anyone has the subscription, you guys can also read Harvard Business Review. That's a very good business strategy that you can learn from there. But people who do not have it can actually follow this from Monday to Sunday. So Sunday, I give you mixed genres, and the other days you also have the economics, the Hindu, Eon essays, Indian Express, Scientific American, and Nature Briefing. Plus, you also see that I have also given you the type of article which is covering all the topics that are hot and burning topics of reading comprehension. So you have policies, you have global trade, you have social issues, policy, philosophy, psychology, governance, laws, science, environment, business economics, everything covered under one roof. Okay. And then the focus areas. So this should be your focus area. What you do is that, if you're starting today, if you're starting tomorrow, start with this schedule by just reading the type of article. Okay. From next week, what you do is that you practice according to the focus area. So this should be your Bible for, the rest of the month. And then I'll give you another schedule that will actually help you build your reading comprehension more extensively. Okay. But please understand, and at the last of this session also, I would only like to tell you that reading is very important. If you start reading, if you start practicing by reading, if you become a bookworm, if you become a newspaper eater, that's okay. Okay. Because that is going to help you in the long run also. This is just not for the examination, it is also for the life skill upgradation. So help yourself, read a book, read a newspaper, and everything and anything that comes around you. Okay. And if you are searching for the channel, this is the channel MBA Club by Unacademy, the right channel that is over here. So you see how many lives are scheduled over here. I also take VARC for reading comprehension. So July I have kept only for reading comprehension. So the beginning of July I started doing the reading comprehensions live, because reading comprehension is very important, and the people who are starting fresh would also need the description on reading comprehension exclusively. Okay. So you can come and subscribe to this channel. The people who have already subscribed, they know how extensively we go about our topics. Okay. And if you're trying to choose an institute for yourself, a mentor for yourself, I'll always be available. We're starting a fresh batch. The batch name is Early Start Batch. You can use my code JUHI99 and avail maximum discount above and beyond this. Okay. Plus, there's also diagnostic test for CAT 2025 that is happening on 6th July at 12:30 p.m. and 5 p.m. Come and find out if you are CAT ready or not. Okay. And these are the students who have been mentored by educators of Unacademy, and they have topped the B school and converted, IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, and Calcutta. Okay. So Vagish Bhushan has, scored 100 percentile, and that's astonishing. You can also be the face of Unacademy next year. So be well prepared. Be well prepared with the mentor that you choose. And if you have any doubts, please comment down or get back to me on my Telegram channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very good evening, guys.